is here representing Flint Town Stand Up. Claressa Shields is joining the show. The only undisputed champion, male or female, to be a two-division champion in the four-belt era. We appreciate you joining the show. Thanks a lot, champ.
No problem. Thank God for having me.
Thank you so much for doing the show. Now, you're just coming after dominant win after dominant win. Is there anyone out there now that you want to fight next?
It's so many people, you know, wherever the most money is at. You know, we got Savannah Marshall in the UK. We got a girl named Hannah Gabriels who I fought already. And, I mean, I got a lot of fights this year because I'm also doing MMA. So, I'm all over the place.
You are that deal, and I'm a huge fan. Thank you again for joining us. But there's another fighter that hasn't been active, but I heard them throwing around some figures of what it might take to get in the ring with you. What about Layla Ali?
You know, I'm going to say that I'm not going to use this moment that I created for myself to give her any recognition. I'm a two-time division world champion, undisputed, and she was never undisputed. So congrats to her on everything that she does. But I'm an active fighter, and I'm boxing and MMA, and I'm undisputed in two different weight classes. So, you know, good luck to everything that she got going on. But this is the Claressa Shields show, and I have nothing to say about a fight with her as she's retired and I'm active.
You are not just active, you're absolutely dominant in boxing, and you are making the transition to MMA. How is the training different? How is your strategy different? How is the approach different as you head into the octagon?
Switching to MMA is so insane. I mean, it really is. Like, I get to train with the greats like Johnny Bones and Hobby Holman workout. I'm kicking, and it makes my body feel a lot stronger. Like, I feel like I'm more of a dangerous person actually doing MMA. And I want to do it because my overall goal is to be a world champion in boxing and also be a world champion in MMA at the same time.
And that's where I was going. I was going to ask you about your ultimate goal as a fighter, because we usually don't see terrific boxing champions also go into MMA. So what, again, is your motivation behind all of this? This is really unique.
My motivation is just to be the greatest woman of all time. To be able to say that I'm already right now, pound for pound, #1 female fighter in the world. I'm actually top 10 in just overall all boxing, no gender. And then when we talk about just being just talk about wanting to do MMA, I think that it adds great to my resume. So when I say I'm the greatest woman of all time, I'm the greatest woman of all time, and not just boxing, but also MMA. And I want to be able to show that if I can't do it, it can't be done. And I'm giving 100% effort to make sure that I go out there and be successful in both.
Well, it was International Women's Day yesterday, and I'm glad you brought up gender because you hosted an all-female fight night. Why was it important for you to host an all-female evening?
That's dope.
It was just so important to show that it's bigger than just myself. You know, me and Marie either characters did just the card with just me and her and just fought. But I said, you know, it's National Women's Month. It's a few days before International Women's Day. Like, we need to take the opportunity to build up our whole sport and also include other women's sports, because boxing isn't the only sport that is not equal.
As Michiganders, we understand how tough it is in Detroit and in Flint. And I appreciate how you represent your city to the fullest. How has Flint Town influenced your career?
Flint just really just gave me that no-quit attitude, gave me that attitude to go out there and get everything yourself, because nothing's ever going to be handed to you. That's what Flint put inside of me. So when they see me fighting with that ferociousness and with that tenacity, that's for me growing up in Flint and knowing that I got to take everything that I want. So I never go on there and have any close fights. I'm dropping girls. I'm beating them unanimous decision. I've never had a close fight in my life. So therefore, it's like Flint showed me that when you really want something, you got to go out there, and people may not open the door for you, but you just got to kick it down and you got to take what's yours.
Well, so far you kicked down every single door in front of you as an undefeated champion, and couldn't help but notice the outfit that you had on as you were tearing apart Takare, and that was purple and gold, which was a little sign of respect to the legacy of Kobe and Gianna Bryant. Why was that important to you?
You know, Kobe was just such a legend, you know, and his daughter was really fighting for the equal rights of women, too. She was so young. And also, you might have missed it, but I honor also Chadwick Boseman because they all just meant a lot to me and just a lot to African Americans. I mean, Black Panther really gave us a reason to be like, wow, you know, this is where African Americans are at now. This is how powerful we are. And it was the #1 selling movie in the world for like a few weeks. So therefore, I wanted to honor him, and I was able to meet him in person. And I also met Kobe in person, and he was so nice to me. And I think that when people think of the Mamba mentality, I feel like I have like a woke mentality where it's like you really have to train for what you want, always prepare, always be ahead of the game. And I feel like that's what Kobe left for the world, and he left for me. So I just wanted to honor him.
Wow, what a terrific attitude and a great spirit. Rest in peace, Kobe and Gigi. But I gotta ask you one question before we let you get out of here. What's up with our Detroit Lions? What's up? What we gonna do? We gonna win a playoff game this year? What up, though?
I don't know. I feel like sometimes they got a good offense, just bad defense. Like they can't stop other teams. Cause my dad is a diehard Detroit Lions fan. From the time when they was 0-10, my dad was still yelling, "We going to the Super Bowl." So
Sounds familiar.
yeah. So my dad is always like, "We got something." So shout out to all the Detroit Lions. I actually love those guys, and I'm always gonna represent Michigan regardless. So if the Detroit Lions don't get it together, know that I'll still represent for Detroit, Flint, Michigan, all that. I'll still
Stand
represent
up.
us.